Hello everyone, welcome to Topper IAS. So as a part of our daily series, today also we will be discussing a few of the articles that made news. Okay, so let's get started. So the first one is with respect to PM cares for children. So this was in news. So what is the that PM Cares Fund, Prime Minister Citizens Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations. This has been set up post after COVID pandemic hit last year. Okay, so to provide relief during such emergency situations, PM Cares Fund has been set up. So it is a public charitable trust. Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman. Okay. So this is a basic with respect to PM Cares Fund, and as a part of that fund, recently a new scheme has been introduced, that is PM Cares for Children. And what is the purpose of this introduction of scheme is to to support and empower those children who have been affected because of COVID, who has lost his parents. So for them, PM Cares for Children scheme has been introduced. Okay. So let's see few of the details of the scheme is like, fixed deposit in the name of child. In the sense, PM Cares will be contributing a amount, so that will lead to a formation of corpus of amount, Rs 10 lakh when he or she reaches 18 years of age. Okay, so of money will be contributed from PM Cares Fund, and this corpus will be used to give a monthly financial support or a stipend once the child attains the age of 18 years for next 5 years, so that he can meet his personal requirements during the period of higher education. And once he reaches the age of 23 years, he or she will get the corpus amount as a one lump sum for his personal and professional use. So money will be contributed from PM Cares Fund, so that a corpus amount of 10 lakh will be formed when the child attains the age of 18, and stipend will be provided, and one-time lump sum amount will be provided once he attains 23 years of age. And as a part of scheme, school education of children is also taken care of. So child will be given admission in Kendriya Vidyalaya or the private school nearby, and the fees, if he gets admitted into a private school, will be paid from PM Cares. So as per the RTE norms. Okay, so from PM Cares, fees will be paid. Not only fees, it will also take care of expenditure on uniform, school books, textbooks and all. Okay, then again, children between 11 to 18 years. So earlier what we saw was up under 10 years. So now 11 to 18 years of age, school children education is also taken care of. So child will be given admission in any central government residential schools such as Saini schools and Navodaya Vidyalayas you are aware of. So in such schools admission will be given. And suppose if a child continues to be under the care of his grandparents, guardian or extended family, then also he will be given admission in the nearest Kendriya Vidyalaya. So same fee structure, fees expenditure will be given through the fund of PM Cares. Okay, then in case of higher education, child will be assisted in obtaining education loan from professional courses or higher education in India as per the existing education loan norms. So you will be assisted to get higher education loans, and the interest on this loan will be paid from PM Cares. Okay, so health insurance also. So children will be enrolled as a beneficiaries under Ayushman Bharat scheme. So National Health Protection Scheme, health insurance scheme that has been launched. So these children will be enrolled as a beneficiary under this insurance scheme. Okay, and premium amount will be till the age of 18 years will be paid from PM Cares Fund. Okay, these are the few details. So PM Cares for Children is a scheme that has been introduced to take care of those children who have lost their parent during the COVID pandemic. Okay, so let's see next article. So one is with respect to, we saw your scheme, young upcoming versatile authors. So your scheme has been recently launched by Ministry of Education. So what is the objective? For what it has been launched is to mentor young authors Okay, and organize author mentorship programs for to train these young authors, and those people should be below 30 years of age. By doing this, what you are doing is they are going to promote reading and writing and book culture in the country, and project India and Indian writings even globally. So UA scheme for training, mentorship program for young authors. Okay, so that has been launched by Minister of Education. Okay, and see, the implementing agency of UA scheme will be National Book Trust of India. Okay, so which is under Ministry of Education. National Book Trust will be the implementing agency of the scheme, and the books which are prepared under scheme will be published by National Book Trust, and they will be translated into other Indian languages, ensuring the exchange of culture and literature, promoting Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. So Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat scheme is there. So the aim is to enhance Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat aims to enhance interaction and interaction among states and UTs of India, and also that by interaction there will be a mutual understanding of the different aspects. So that leads to what, to promote the ideology of unity in diversity in India. So Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat aims to enhance interaction and cooperation among different states and UTs in India. Why? By interaction, there will be a greater understanding. Movement, there is a greater understanding that will, sustain the idea of unity and diversity in India. And these books, to supplement the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat scheme, these books will be translated into different languages also, is what the article is saying. Okay, and then there is something called a low chilling apple variety developed by Himachal farmer, spreads far and wide. So low chilling apple. Okay, see, apple is a temperate crop. Okay, is a temperate crop and requires a temperature around 20 to 24 degrees Celsius during flowering and all fruit setting. So this is a case, but you see, in India we have uh, not we have apples in not in temperate regions, because in the sense in not in terms of latitudes, but because of higher Himalayas, altitudinal difference, we do have apples in state of J&K and all. Okay, so that is the difference you should know. And the thing is, what has happened recently is, there has been a variety of apple, termed as apple variety HRMN99, has been developed by farmer in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so this variety of apple does not require long chilling hours for flowering and fruit setting. So meaning of this is, so it need not read lower temperatures products for the growth of apple. This variety, so this makes it possible to grow such variety of apple in plain areas, tropical and subtropical areas in various parts of India, where the temperature is even as high as 40 to 45 degrees Celsius during summer. So it is a temperate crop, but despite being that, this variety of apple, we can grow them even in plain tropical and subtropical areas where temperature is as high as 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is what is saying. And this cultivation of this variety has been initiated in number of states like Manipur, Jammu, low-lying areas of Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, and Telangana. And fruit setting has been expanded to 23 states and UT Sopur. So that's a low chilling apple variety developed by Haryana farmer HRMN99. So it has been spreading far and wide. So it is a spread to in the cultivation in a number of states. Okay. So one thing with respect to fruit, it is observed that HRMN plants have 3 to 8 years of age, producing around 5 to 75 kg of fruits per plant per year. So few details with the variety. And fruit is very soft, sweet and juicy, with striped red over yellow skin color during maturity. So few details. So remember, variety of HRMN apple variety, so able to withstand even higher temperature So because of that, we are able to cultivate this variety of apple even in tropical, subtropical, and plain areas. Okay. And one more with respect to development, with respect to China's space projects. So China's space station plans gather space with cargo docking. So there is a space project of China's. China plans for a space station, and this plan is gathering a pace because of recent cargo docking. Okay. See what happens is China is planning for its first space station. A name is with Tiangong. Tiangong is the name of space station that China is developing. So for that purpose, what happened recently? Tianzhou cargo spacecraft, described as delivery guy for China space station, was launched, and it docked, in the sense landed, docked with the space station's first core module called Tianhe. So there is a module Tianhe, meaning they call it as heavenly harmony. So recently, in its effort to build a space station, recently China has successfully docked its a spacecraft. So that with that success, so it's plan to create space station is fastening, is what the article is saying. And in recent times, there are few important things also China's space program was able to achieve. Like China landed a spacecraft in Mars, carrying its first Mars rover Zhurong on okay. So this was one achievement, and one more was the Tianhe module. So that's nothing but a core module of a space station, which a cargo spacecraft docked on Sunday. So these are the few important developments with respect to Chinese space program. Remember, it is constructing a Tiangong International Space Station. Okay, so that is important. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening. You can also download the PDF of this document from downloading from the link section that is given below, and also from you can download Topper IAS Institute app. Okay. Thanks for listening. Thank you.